Testing 1 2 1 2. There we go. Okay, let's go to setup. Thought I did it every day this week. Maybe I didn't. There we go. Okay, so this morning, the one that I saw up was XAGE. XAGE up $5. One of the things that I gotta start doing is being a little bit more patient during pre-market for true setups. You know, sometimes I'm just buying a dip and it's like, oh yeah, but I need to definitely see those faster trends. A lot of times on the 1 minute you can see those trends build up, but I gotta wait for that. Looking at the news on this XAGE, news was on yesterday. So Longevity Health Holdings announces continued NASDAQ listing to complete merger with 2020 Bio Labs. Is there any money talks in there? Let's see. So it says this decision follows the panel's comprehensive review of the company's recent business developments, financial disclosures, and proposed merger with 2020. As part of its strategic plan, XAGE presented its intention to merge with 2020 and effect a 1-for-30 reverse stock split to address NASDAQ listing requirements. Okay, so the company filed the S-4 registration statement for the proposed merger on May 8th and effected the reverse stock split on May 12th. Okay, so they already did the stocks or the reverse stock split on May 12th there. All right, so it's got a lot of relative volume. The stock split was done back on May 12th. Let me go and look at that day. So let's pull out May 12th. So it actually dropped during that stock split. Dropped and then has found its way back up here to this 522 level. Okay. So let's see if we can find any trends starting in this period. And that's another thing I got to start doing is finding trends in the period that I'm actually trading. So like pre-market came down here to the low of 390. Got a small little uptrend here, but that is not that's not been made concrete yet. Let's see where that's going. It's up 70%, $5.24. Hit a high up here of 610. Has not tried to go back up yet, so we haven't really identified a downtrend or an uptrend. Oops. So no confirmation of these trends yet, but it is headed down towards this downside. We'll see if anything else pops in. This one has a, let's look at some of the stuff that it's got. Shares float is under 1 million. ATR is 84 cents. Relative volume is 36 right now. Let me make sure this is the right one. Was this 90 day? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, 90-day RVOL. I know they have several types of RVOL on here. So right now I have everything except the 10-day. 10-day is a little bit short. I mean, I don't know. 10-day on the 1 minute, 10-day on the 10. Let's see what the differences are, if they're even populating right now. They are not. Okay. Anyway, back over. ATR highs down here at 373. $2 downward. Looking at the larger time frames, let's go over here to the 5 and the 15. So here's our 5 minute, which we see it kind of had a little bit of, I'm just trying to see what it'll come up and respect multiple times. It hasn't really showed us that yet. Came up here to the 612, and then has these touch points down here. Now it may break this trend down, but I don't know what it's gonna try to do here. Let's go over to the 15 minute. 15 minute looks a little bit more drastic towards the downside. Big topping tail, and 492, 490s will be the breaking point. Point of control right here is 486. What's the point of control on the 5 minute? 540, so it's a little bit higher on the 5 minute. We'll see 486 and 540, and then it's also 546 over here on the 1 minute. Right. Well, if y'all are seeing anything else that is competing with the XAGE, definitely let me know. Right now, just waiting to see where this thing wants to go. Top 15s. 10 million shares traded on this one. So none of these trends have actually been confirmed yet. I'm just looking at different trends that are being created. If they get destroyed, this one has a high up here of 525. But we'll see what the third test down here to this little micro trend is, and can it break down to this $5 level. And will anything else pop up while it's trying to do this that could make it take the attention away from it? That's the other thing. Good morning, Donnell. Being a little bit more patient for the setups, and this patience is probably going to allow other things to come up and actually try to take the place of this thing. Did a little breakout there, the 525, but still hasn't confirmed anything down here. So maybe we can get a downtrend finally. We haven't even seen a downtrend yet. Get a nice top and tail there. So see how that goes. Okay. Under the 518, this will be an engulfing candle. Let's see if we can break it. There's the engulfing. Not quite test down here yet. 10 seconds left on it. Opening down here at the very bottom. So it just needs to break down that 517 towards that 515. So we got a little point up there. We'll see. But that's very steep. I don't want to put that there. That doesn't even look right. Very steep. Okay. Small break of that. And room down to $5. It's only 10 cents away, so see if it can hit it. lower high there. Now it's got to do another confirmation here. Hmm. All right, coming down, it's gonna be another test or no? If we see continued breakdowns, then I'm thinking it's going to be transitioning to some type of downtrend and see how it dives. So it's got a level down here, 440s or 450s. And it's also got a trend here. So which one are they going to respect is what I'm looking for. Still nothing else has popped up. This thing has slowed down quite a bit in volume for sure. Another break of a low without breaking this 50. This bottom here is 505. Okay. Breaking down there towards this little level here, the 5. So we're starting to see some type of downtrend, still not confirmed though. And I don't even think it got the 5 right there. No. Mm. Let me get that breakdown. All we need to confirm is on a downtrend is just a break of this $5. It's gonna be multiple times trying to go down and finally succeeding. Anyway, let's go and look at the NQ. NQ has grinded its way higher above the ATRs, went up there and touched, what is this? The ATR high? It looks like ATR high. Yeah, it is. Somewhere around there. No, that's just the high of day. But yeah, grind it up. It's positive on the day, just small positive. Look over here on oil. Oil still hovering around that $60 mark, whole dollar level. Let's go look at. I saw a couple of alerts from yesterday of Bitcoin going up to 10K, I believe, or 110K. Yeah. So right here, Bitcoin up to 110, and boy, everything's moving up. We'll see how much he wants to push with new people trying to get in for these tops. Because a lot of times when people don't actively trade, they just buy. They just buy and hold, buy and hold, you know. And so, I was buying down here around 82s, and now it's all the way up here to 110. So pretty nice, pretty nice, pretty nice. Did I just close that? I did. Back over to the main. Okay, a little bit of a new. Let's come in here. It kind of tapped this. I don't know if I want to count that, but it kind of tapped this again. 512. And so we got this point here. This 502 will be the out level on this one. Let's still giving it a chance. Will it break down? Is the question. Did a small pop out of the 514s? And we're seeing it hold this level. So at this point, 502 would be the out. 514. Trying to see if it'll continue this downtrend though. So to break out all this consolidation, it's going to need to break over 520. A little weak there. Is it going to make a lower? No. Okay. So right above that $5 level, will it start to break that down? 504s. Definitely some type of only thing is if you buy here and it does dump on you, I want to see confirmation. I want to see a break and then a recovery would be cool. Because it's definitely touching this trend now. So I want to see a breakdown and a recovery. Because I'm sure there's a couple of stop losses right under here. I don't know how many, but I'm pretty sure they want to do a liquidity grab. All right, so that's a lower one there. So it did break the low. 502. Is that all the liquidity they want? Can they do a little bit more grab or no? Okay. So we open up under this level. Now we got to get a new bottom. We got to see where the next bottom is since it did break this down. Sitting on the 501. $4.95. All right, so let's see where the next bottom is. Still nothing else popping up on the scans that I've seen. All the way down there to 486. So we had a 1, 2, and then a failure. We want 1, 2, 3, and show us that it can trend upwards. Right, is it gonna try to hold here? It's a little bit of pressure there. See what it wants to do here. Now it has to confirm this level as well, or reclaim this level up here, which is a lot of work to do back up here to the 510s. Or it can continue to go down. $42s. And this was part of the issue that I was having. Now, one, this one doesn't have day one catalyst on today, but one of the things that I was doing on my day one catalyst, I was like not waiting for any kind of confirmation, especially during pre-market. It's the beginning of the ride. It's like, man, just wait for that confirmation. I could save myself so much money, you know? If the confirmation fails, well, we had a strong confirmation. It failed, I stopped out, you know? 15-minute and 5-minute are still nice and red. Only need to break down the 480s to continue this run down. We're going from consolidation to a drop. Then we'll see if this is consolidation again. It's got room all the way down here to the 460s, really, if we wanted to continue to fall there. If it falls that much, then we will adjust this trend accordingly down to that level. You know, have to redo everything. Or 83. Almost 11.5 million shares traded. So that's failed. Let's see, it's got room down here. 460. It needs to break out of this 485 for us to place any kind of trend here. We need to see higher highs. So 485 is the point, and I will make this a new trend if this is going to try to break above 485. Go ahead, you got it. Maybe this is a pivot point. We get that small break. Okay, well, couldn't quite get it there, so I'm not gonna put a trend in yet. This candle is gonna be closing up in about 30 seconds. Okay, so it can close like this. It is making will create a higher low. So 477 up to 480. And then I put that trend in again. We'll see if we can get some more confirmation. Hmm. Open at about the same place with no higher highs yet. Hmm. 477 test again. Hmm. Couple of cents away from going back down here to this bottom of 450. 20 cents away from it. Still haven't confirmed a real downtrend yet. We needed to try to get back up so we can actually get some type of downtrend confirmation. So we got two stops down here, 477. Okay. We want to see if it can confirm an uptrend now. But the volume is super light right in here. Let's look back at the 15 and the 5 on this. So we'll go up to the 15. 15 is looking very drastic. So falling from here, and these are the little 1 minute levels that I put in. And yeah, looking very drastic to get back up here to this 513. And looking for the break of the 477. So you got to look at multiple time frames too, because some of this, there's a reason it's still going down. It just does not look great at all. Or 75. point of control right now is at the 486, where the majority of trading has gone on the 15-minute. It's at 516 over here on the 5-minute. Then all the way up there to the 560 up there on the next one. So it did break down. So another break of confirmation. Got down here to the 475s, 473s. Once again. Popping up there to that point of control, 486. I guess this is going to be his try up. And this was the point that it needed to retake up here at 516. Got about 11 million, almost 12 million shares traded. And now we're going to see if it gets a true failure up here, coming back to this level that it failed. Okay, so now we're seeing our first downtrend. We'll wait for this to close up. So this high up here is at 515. And we got to watch this candle close in 20 seconds. Trying to, let's see. Okay, close that up. High up here was 514. Didn't exactly touch this next level 518. Can we start a downtrend now? And this is a nice little confirmation point down here of a higher draw. It's not drawing. Okay. Well, I'm trying to draw. There we go. All right. So we got this confirmation here of some type of uptrend, but we also now have a possible confirmation of downtrend. So we got to see where it's going. This was a little bit higher than the 460s that we thought. But it's still just staying within the trend. We'll see if it can get back under 5 strong. 501s, $5, $4.99. Okay. So my question is it going to hold this 473 or make a higher low? But $5 seems to be the war zone here. Will we get a higher low out of this? Still nothing new on the scans. This one's still up 62%. $491. So let me show y'all what this looks like on the 15-minute large topping tail. Got a small breakout, and now we're back in this, so it's definitely looking a little bearish. Back into this range of kind of range bound trading here between 515 and 474, but definitely looking a little bit bearish there after that top and tail. Let's look at the 5-minute. 5 minutes showing getting back down half of that little move that it made up, and not strongly holding up that 5 yet. All right, so we got a little bit of a lower high, so let's see if we can start a nice, whoops, wrong thing. Let's see if we can start some type of uptrend from here. Got to confirm though. Got a little, I don't know what this area would be. It pushed up there. All right. The thing is, I'm wondering, will we get something with catalyst later on in the day that will just run past this? Or is it coming up right now? We just don't know it because it just hasn't hit the scans yet. But waiting for confirmation gives us a little bit of time to see, because you know, a lot of times when there's no competition on the board and you get to trade in something like this with no competition on the board, it's like, it could be, if you lose on this, it could be the only one of the day. But if there's competition, you know, there's a little bit more push for continued trading. You got something else to look at, and you don't burn yourself out on this. Boom, boom, boom. So I think I'm gonna wait for some more something else to pop up. I mean, this thing's only up 60%. We know small caps can get up 100%, 150% so quick. So I don't want to burn on this one. Plus, with this merger and them trying to do they did a 1 for 30 reverse split on the 12th. I just believe that there will be something better. So breaking down that little, what I thought was going to be some type of uptrend. Let's see if it breaks completely down to 489s. Will the $5 become a problem for it? Is my question. Hmm. So this upper level here is around that 520-ish level, but it still wouldn't be breaking above that next level, that next trend line. 508s. I need some competition to pop on the board, man. Something else. It's about to be the top of the hour. 3 minutes left to 7 o'clock. Well, 7 o'clock Central Time, Central Standard Time. Yeah, I think this is one of those mornings, kind of like Monday when I took that loss that I took. I traded something that had no competition on the board as well. And I don't know. I'd rather have two things and one winning, being like that one that's outperforming the other, because that creates excitement as well. So just like it has a catalyst, it has all this stuff. I really want to see something stir the bucket with it, because people like to jump around when they take a loss. They're like, "Oh man, lost on that. Is there something else to trade? Is there something else to trade?" But when it's just one thing tearing everybody up, it's like, nah, it's everybody's messing with the same shark. Almost 12 million shares traded on this one. It continues to stay under that $5 whole level. The other thing is, if shorts are going on this, let's say if they did buy, what other stock would draw them away from this? If they're on this, what's going to draw them away? You know, what's going to cause a massive short squeeze? Is the attention going to be everywhere and then one just explodes, or what? All right, but we got a little throwdown here to a lower level. We still have not tested this 479 again. Getting there though. It's one of the biggest things. Just looking back at my statistics on the ones that I lose during pre-market, that's one of the biggest things. It being the only thing moving. On the days that I win, there's usually one or two or three of them up. I'm like, okay, we could work with this. We had a lower breakdown there. Move. Drawing. Just looking for it to just continue on down. Gathering more information on it. Drying up in consolidation under the 5 isn't great. The short's going to continue to push this thing down to the 480s through the 475. Like no volume there at that 5. It's crazy. Biggest thing that's keeping me out of this one is the no catalyst on the day. Had catalyst yesterday afternoon, had a big pop. And the catalyst itself is a merger agreement. Okay, coming down there again. Has room down here to the 480s again. Will it continue down into this level? Shorts have nowhere to go, no other place to be, so why would they cover is the question. There it goes downward. Okay, so almost tapped down there, not quite. So that trend is almost looking dead. Now for this downtrend, we definitely got one level here. Let's see. One little test level there. Duplicate. One test level up in here. And let's zoom back in. Definitely looking like the shorts are just riding it out at this point. A breakdown of this 473 will collapse the thought of this trend line here. So we got a little bit of a higher low through here. $15, 5 minutes still nice and red. So a break above that $5. It's looking harder and harder for it to do. A little gap fill there, kind of gap down here. Filling that gap is up. It's got a gap back up here to 497 as well. So I don't know if it's going to fill all of these on the 1 minute and then come back down. But yeah, it's definitely got some gaps in here. $497 is the last one to fill. Okay, throwing that up there. All right, filled all those gaps. Let's see if we can get going down now. $5 reaching that war zone again after filling those gaps. Okay. Back under 480. Still nothing popping on. Okay. If they bought those gap fills, they may be in a little bit of trouble here to the downside. Gap up to the 93, gap to the 97, and now it's looking like it wants to fail back under 97. This little candle is supposed to be a hangman, but this, I guess it is the top of a move, and it is a hangman. So we'll see how that goes down. They can start breaking down that 493. That'll confirm that bearish signal. We'll see what they do. I don't know if it's going to be a dump through 93 or is it just going to be another slowdown around that point. Two hangman candles. Okay. It's not great. Really, that last one was kind of a doji, not exactly a hangman. Showing some indecision. All right, let's snap back under 5. Small breakout, getting people in there after that hangman. Let's see if it goes red here through the 499. Okay. So retrading this level in here, 514. Hmm. Okay, it's got to break down fives. Is it a higher high? Not really. All right. Pretty much just consolidation at this point. And now, we're getting closer to the open. So when things start to pop like right before the open, I kind of give them time. I might do an intraday trade on them. I really just, don't like buying a rip right before the open. Like it's like an hour before the opening, it starts ripping up. I'm like, I'll wait. Does it have catalyst? Does it have a reason? What's going on? Let's research it a little bit and see if we can get some confirmations. So yeah, $5 seems to be that place that it just cannot beat. Fill those gaps, came back into this cloudy level, which it tried to break the trend, but just no confirmations to the on this uptrend. So now at this point, I mean, it's got room down to all of these 475, 460. I don't know where it wants to go at this point, but it looks definitely like it can dive. Yeah, if it was gonna be over 5, it shouldn't be this hard to get over 5. Okay. Well, I'm gonna see if anything else pops up towards the open or whatnot, but this one had to move before I could even trade it before 6, and then now just is a pile of death. Trying to identify some type of trend. That's what all these lines are, but just couldn't. So no trade during the pre-market. All right, well, I'm about to get ready to get up and out of here. Got to hit the road anyway, so might as well get an early start if there's nothing to be interested in. Hopefully we get something, maybe closer to the open or after the open, and it gives us some nice little setups. But as of now, let's look at the 5-minute on this. 5-minute looks like it's in straight consolidation. 15-minute, not looking so great either. So yeah, I'm okay with just keeping my money in my pocket for now and coming back towards open. Anyway, I'm about to get on down. And let's see what we got. All right, so that is it for me. And as always, if you're going to continue trading, keep your head on a swivel. And I will see you guys in the Discord if you're in the Discord. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Let's see what the day brings. Anyway, see you in the next one. Peace.